Good morning dear students and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic, metals and non-metals. So in my previous video lecture we have studied about physical properties of metals and physical properties of non-metals. Now we are going to study about chemical properties of metals. So when we are talking about chemical properties of metals, it includes just chemical reactions with of metals with other elements like oxygen or water molecule. So one by one we will just discuss it. So what will happen with when metal reacts with oxygen means when any metal just burn in air, and you all know students which gas helps for burning. Yes, oxygen is the gas which helps for burning. And in previous standard also you have studied about activity of burning of magnesium ribbon. So what will happen when we burn that magnesium ribbon with means in presence of oxygen, what will happen? This dazzling white flame is formed, and that white powder of magnesium oxide is formed. So when any metal just burn, then it will react with oxygen and it will form its oxide. Means a general reaction is for all metals is metal plus oxygen gives metal oxide. Means copper form copper oxide, aluminium will form aluminium oxide, then potassium will form potassium oxide, like this. So magnesium ribbon on burning form magnesium oxide. So when we heat copper, then just black color layer is formed on the surface of that copper, and that black color layer is of copper oxide. Then these metal oxides are normally basic in nature. That point we have discussed in my previous video lecture. So why metal oxides are basic in nature? Because when metal oxides just dissolve in water, then bases means its hydroxide is formed, and that's why metal oxides are basic in nature. So normally some metal oxides such as aluminium oxide, zinc oxide show both acidic as well as basic behavior. Means when we are talking about general metal oxides, so generally metal oxides are basic in nature, but some metal oxides like aluminium oxide, zinc oxide, they shows both acidic as well as basic behavior as per reaction. And that's why such metal oxides which reacts with both acids as well as bases to produce salt and water, they are called amphoteric oxides. What is the particular word for that oxides? Amphoteric oxide. So what is mean by amphoteric oxide? The metal oxides which which reacts with both acids as well as bases to produce salt and water, they are called amphoteric oxides. What are the examples of amphoteric oxides? Aluminium oxide, then zinc oxide also. These are amphoteric oxides because these oxides reacts with acids as well as bases. So when they just reacts with acid or bases, they form salt and water. That is nothing but neutralization reaction. Then some metal oxides are soluble in water, while some are insoluble in water. So the metal oxides which dissolve in water completely, they are called alkalis. What is meant by alkali? Metal oxides which get dissolved in water, they form means they get completely dissolved in water. They are called alkali, like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. These are examples of alkali. All metals do not react with oxygen at the same rate. Different metals shows different reactivity towards oxygen. Means metals such as potassium, sodium, they just vigorously reacts with oxygen and just catches fire. And if we just place them or we just kept in open, and to protect and prevent these accidental fires, this potassium and sodium, both metals are just stored in kerosene, because they do not react with kerosene, and when they just kept in kerosene, the direct contact between oxygen and that metal is prevented. Then some metals like zinc, aluminium, they are just covered with thin layer of oxide when they just react with oxygen, and this protective oxide layer prevents the metal from further oxidation, from further corrosion. Means they just once they form outer layer, then further oxidation get prevented and inner pure metal get just prevent from corrosion. Then iron does not burn on heating, but iron filings burn vigorously when sprinkled in the flame of burner. Copper does not burn, but the hot metal is coated with black color layer. Just now I told you what is the name of that black color layer. It's copper oxide. Silver and gold do not react with oxygen even at high temperature. So this is about reaction of metal with oxygen. So what is general reaction? Metal reacts with oxygen, they form metal oxide. Now we are going to study about anodizing. So what is anodizing? Anodizing is the process of forming thick oxide layer of aluminium. Means this aluminium particles are just prevented by the process of anodizing. In this aluminium develops thin, normally what will happen when we expose this aluminium in air, then it will form thin oxide layer which prevents further corrosion. The resistance can be improved further by making oxide layer thicker. During anodizing, a clean aluminium particle is made the anode and it is electrolyzed with the dilute sulfuric acid. Oxygen gas gets evolved at anode. It will react with aluminium and it will form thick layer of aluminium oxide on that particle. So this is about anodizing. Then next point is what will happen with when metal reacts with water. As like oxygen, all metals do not react with water. Then some metal reacts with cold water, some metal reacts with hot water, some metals reacts with steam. So metal reacts with water and produce metal oxide and hydrogen gas is liberated during this reaction. Metal oxides that are soluble in water dissolve in it to form metal hydroxides, but all metals do not react with water. So some metals like potassium, sodium, they just react violently with cold water. In case of sodium and potassium, the reaction is so violent and exothermic that the evolved hydrogen gas immediately catches fire. Then some metals like calcium, they also react with water, but they just react less violently as compared to metals sodium and potassium. But during the reaction of calcium with water, the heat is evolved, but that heat is not sufficient to catch fire. And but what will happen in case of calcium? Calcium starts floating because the bubbles of hydrogen gas form. They just stick to the surface of metal, and you all know hydrogen gas is very lighter in weight. That's why that calcium just float on that water. Magnesium does not react with cold water, it just reacts with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. It also starts floating due to the bubbles of hydrogen gas sticking to its surface. Metals like aluminium, iron and zinc do not react either with cold water or hot water, but they react with the steam to form metal oxide and hydrogen. So you can see in the diagram here glass wool soak in water is taken. So when you just heat that, then what will happen? Just water vapors comes out of that, and the metal sample which is just placed into in the middle of that test tube, that metal will react with that water vapor, means that will react with steam, and during this reaction also hydrogen gas is liberated. So this is about reaction of metals with water. So today we have discussed about reaction of metal with oxygen and reaction of metals with water. So what will happen when metal reacts with oxygen? They form metal oxide. And what will happen when metal reacts with water? Metal reacts with water, it will form metal oxide and hydrogen gas is just liberated during this reaction. I hope you got all points related to this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.